If these events weren't recorded, you'd call BS right away. There's no odds to predict moments like these, but let's just say they're 1 in a billion. Neptune wanted to strike, but he said, not today.
In a world where sentient bikes suddenly strike back against their masters, a lone hero tries to clean up his biggest mess yet.
There are plenty things to worry about when cycling. Car doors, tire punctures, potholes, but alligators? Even if I was in bed with Netflix and a mug of hot tea, I still wouldn't be as relaxed as the guy who just got a brick through his windscreen mid-race. Life is full of what-if moments that decide everything. Like, what if Google Maps told him to walk on the other side of the road? The perfect first touch doesn't exist. When your technique's that good, physics doesn't apply to you. Some people like to live on the edge, and that's fine, just as long as you don't go over it. I've seen some pretty out-of-pocket golf shots, but never one that went straight into a pocket. Throwing your tennis rack when you're angry is one thing, but I think we could all do without the flying meat cleavers on our morning commutes. I think the driver would take rush hour jams every day of the week over this kind of air traffic.
Moly, son.
When things are going wrong, problems seem to add up. But don't stay in one place for too long, or the next problem could fall right on top of you. It's always when you actually want the score that you become the crossbar challenge king. If this is his audition for a Matrix sequel, he's got a better chance than anyone. Usually, a stressful journey involves roadworks, heavy traffic, and annoying drivers, not missiles. When you start winning not 1, but 2 prizes on the claw machine, then you'll know you've won life's coin toss. So many things could have gone wrong here. The cars behind could have crashed. The lorries could have crashed. But in the end, 2 drivers just brushed shoulders on the motorway. Maybe he wanted to be a baseball player, so he just found a way of putting it into his tennis game. And this is why traffic lights exist. The most stressful experience is for the viewers seeing how close that was. Bike owners' reactions are never better than when it comes to protecting their babies. This shot was so good, it made his opponent forget about gravity. What's better than finding a missing person whilst doing a report about them?
The gentleman behind us you're looking at, that is Robert McDonough. We were doing our last live shot at the bottom of the hour, and we saw a gentleman just kind of walk up.
Ah yes, the mutual decision to not kiss back bumpers today, and they lived happily ever after. This ain't Washington Square Park, kid. The birds here are beefy and do not mess about. Some people go to the barber's for a buzz cut. He goes to the theme park. Hey, at least he's wearing a helmet. Either this is the worst designed bridge ever, or someone's got a major agenda against three-wheelers. You'll know you're missing the alley when you've managed to turn skiing into a game of bowling. Fortunately, you didn't strike the human pins. A trip to the mechanic can't come sooner when your tires are going rogue in that fashion. When you go into a room built for breaking things and you still can't smash a bottle, then you know you're a peacemaker, not a war rager. The chance of a leopard jumping through your car window is low, but never zero. Sometimes, not seeing something is a blessing. You'll never know how close he was to catching a board to the head, and that's fine. It may not be the Great Wall of China, but if that falls on you, it won't make a difference. Skiing is the perfect adrenaline sport, but if the below-zero temperatures, crazy speed, and big falls aren't grisly enough for you, here's a literal grizzly. If you're gonna drive that fast around the bend, it's good to at least have reactions like this driver. These Black Friday deals are getting out of hand. But if you catch those 2 bottles in your hands, you get one free. Mission failed successfully? Winning can come at a cost, and he gladly took it to the face. With bad shots respawning back in his hand, he'll be questioning whether he's living in a video game. Think LeBron James hitting a 3-pointer in the last second's impressive? Well, check out this guy, providing the most clutch bin day moment ever. Just like how an apple fell on Isaac Newton's head, these 2 Beethoven proteges got their sign to be great. Hitting the bullseye is a rookie move. Try a tool-wielding shot if you really want to impress. Some people pick up rubbish the old-fashioned way, but cool people just let it come to them. When your coworker's slacking off on the job, but you gotta speed things up. This gives hammer time a whole new meaning. If you fail at one thing, it's always important to have a backup plan. Plan A, skateboarding. Plan B, gymnastics. Accurate representation of me sizing up whether I can fit a burger in my mouth. Could sharks get any more evil looking? Let's pretend this good boy knew what was behind the wall. Could have been a rough landing otherwise. Some countries are so advanced. Their parking gates have the ability to restyle your wardrobe. What a bad attempt at doing a wheelie nearly gets you in wheelie big trouble. The thing about extreme sports is the people that do them can't stop making things even more extreme. When your good karma bonus points for not walking under any ladder finally adds up. Riding motorbikes is dangerous. They're fast, can spin out of control, don't have much protection, and apparently elephants hate them too. How to turn a determined robber into an NPC. Just ignore them? He went back to default settings after the door closed. Sometimes delivering to the door just isn't possible. That's why having airmail always comes in handy. Reeling in 2 fish with 1 lure is even more impressive than 2 birds with 1 stone. This is, no cap, one of the slickest trick shots I've ever seen. He's going straight to Valhalla on wheels. Her previous experience as a tightrope walker didn't do much in her retail CV, but she knew that it would come in handy one day. All praise the cameraman. He got way too close to the action, but jumped out of the way and kept filming. That's dedication. This little dude is set to kill it on every future date with those skills. He's him. And that's why it's crucial to have your brake pedal as sharp as your accelerator. Luckily for him, God mixed up snowy slopes with trampolines on that particular day. The sunset, the gentle moving water, and a friendship moment that'll live forever in their memories. This dad knew that adding car repairs to baby care was expensive enough. Nobody's a fan of that falling on their heads, so on top of some sweeping, this house needs some repairs. This is why having a gym buddy's a good idea. Either they can spot you, or spot when the equipment isn't safe. It's a good thing he switched from pool player to ninja mode just in time. You could bet your house on a tile not falling directly into the bowl of water he's carrying, but that's why betting's so hard. When you keep trying to tell yourself that maybe you shouldn't drink tonight, but somehow it still happens. Be right back. I'm just gonna go practice my reversing skills. Sometimes life is about the luck of the bounce, and this goalkeeper hit the jackpot with his. Moments like these reassure you that skaters have your back. Literally. Wheels that big should have a separate road. Without his driving skills, that lowrider would have been a flat rider. Who needs a ladder when you binge-watch Tarzan all night? Him and that tree have an understanding. If you do a move like this in Madden 24, you're gonna get some rage quits. That touchdown ended careers. The gateway to comedic timing can open up at any moment. Buzz Lightyear and his crew have clearly been slipping up lately. Who knew traffic cones could be so romantic? Not all heroes wear capes. Some drive school buses. That level of responsibility is too heavy for most people's shoulders. If you're out in the middle of the ocean, it can be hard getting boat service, but he definitely deserves a cold drink after those bartending skills. Nobody told me that all this time I could have used a motorbike instead of booking a ferry? Does he unlock an achievement for slipping 15 seconds without falling? And here's me falling after 5 seconds of entering the ice rink. When your hotel elevator was made by a horror film director. New fears have been unlocked in me. Sure, he didn't exactly have his head in the game, but he still did the header that ended the game. Some people get spares, and people like him don't spare any of his competition from his bowling wrath. However unlikely, nothing's impossible in this world, and if the odds favored you enough for you to see this video, then you may as well hit the like and subscribe button to stay on the side of fortune.